you open to this? Great to hear. Here are 30 amazing subtraction problems to train your mind. The first subtraction problem is 10 minus 8. It is a preschool math problem because, according to our website, IXL, it says that in preschool, you can subtract numbers up to 10. So yeah, 7 minus 0 is the easiest of them all. That's because you take away nothing. And, spoiler alert, you still get 7. By the way, this is now the second subtraction problem. 9 minus 3 is like reducing 9 by a third. That's because the result is only 2/3 of the minuend. If you don't know what minuend means, it's the number before subtracting anything. It's only the third problem, though. So let's keep going. The fourth problem is next. And you'll have to do regrouping just like the first problem, 10 minus 8. Not to mention that this is not even for kindergarten anymore because it only lets you subtract up to 10. The next minuend for this problem is not even 5. Just look how small this subtraction problem is. You don't have to regroup anything. But that's all for the 1 to 2 digit subtraction problem. Let's move on to 2 to 3 digit subtraction. 48 minus 30 is the first 2 to 3 digit subtraction problem. What's uncommon about this subtraction problem is that one of the numbers, or in this case, the subtrahend, ends with a 0. By the way, subtrahend means the number that subtracts the first number. Although I'm unsure how this problem got there. 168 minus 84 has one property. It has the same result as dividing the minuend by 2, and because of this, the subtrahend is the same as the difference. The eighth problem is the subtraction problem that features the hundreds place for the second time in this video. You need to regroup all three place values for this one, but other than that, it's still an easy math problem. 152 minus 73 is the ninth subtraction problem in our worksheet, and this is the third subtraction problem to get the hundreds place. Just like the eighth problem, you need to regroup everything. Thankfully, the 10th subtraction equation we will tackle today does not require any of that. This 58 minus 14, and this is the last problem we are doing right now that is 2 to 3 digits long. Since we are a third of the way there, let's move on to 3 to 4 digits. This one will be the 11th problem out of 30, and we are already dealing with the thousands place. For this one, we need to regroup everything but the tens place. The dozenth math problem will make you regroup in the ones place. You also need to do it in the hundreds place. We are almost halfway there with 18 subtraction math problems after this. 1037 minus 829 is our 13th subtraction problem on the list, and for this one, you can do it in two parts. 10 minus 8 and 37 minus 29, put them back together, and here's your result. This one is the 14th subtraction problem, 866 minus 769. You need to regroup a lot in this problem. By the way, the result is 2 digits, as the halfway mark for this list and the 15th subtraction problem. This is the third time you can subtract this in two equal parts. Get it back together, and you can get the result. Now we got the 3 to 4 digit problems over with. Let's get to 4 to 5. So now, we are at the first subtraction problem in the 4 to 5 digit category. This time, the first number is 5 digits long. Can you believe we are in the 3rd grade subtraction problems? Since we are the 17th subtraction math problem, we have 13 problems after this. This one has a result of about 5,000. If you want to know the exact result, you do the work. This one is the littlest subtraction problem that has 4 to 5 digits so far, and we have a dozen after this. By the way, this looks similar to the 3 to 4 digit subtraction problems before. This subtraction problem is next, and one of the numbers ends with a 0 again, because this is number 19 on our entry list. This is the second to last subtraction problem before we move on to the 5 to 6 digit bracket. This one is now officially the 20th problem on the list of 30, and this one does not require any regrouping. Just subtract from each digit's place, and you will be good. Now we have 2 more categories to go. Let's move on to 5 to 6 digits. We are now in the final 10 problems, and we are now on problem number 21. When you subtract our 6-digit number from a surprising 4-digit number, you will still get a 5-digit number. Number 22 on our math problem list features another 6-digit number, but this time, There is no 4-digit number. Let's not forget that after this, we have 3 problems left before our math problems are no longer suitable for 3rd graders. This 64,145 minus 48,363, and this problem 23. This problem is the 8th to last for this video and the 3rd with 5 to 6 digits. Our 7th to last problem contains another 4-digit number. Also, if you subtract the second number from the first number for this problem, you will still have 8 in the 10,000s place. Continuing with the 4-digit numbers, the number, in this case, is 1513. Also, this subtraction problem, known as problem number 25, is the last in the 5 to 6 digit range. We only have the 6 to 7 digit range to go. This one is 771,764 minus 85,472, and we are in the last 5 subtraction problems. This math problem is still in the 3rd grade range. However, the subtrahend still has 5 digits. Our 4th to last problem is approximately 305,000 minus 218,000, but because you will subtract so much for this one, the result contains 5 digits. Now we are going to problem 28. This problem has a number which is over 1 million, which means it's not for many 3rd graders. According to IXL, this one is also the 3rd to last math equation for this list. Now there are only 2 more problems to go. For this math problem, when you subtract the second number from the first, the result is barely much of a difference. That's because the second one only has 5 digits. Now we are off to the final subtraction problem for this video, and this is it. Arithmetic seekers, the last and final problem. That problem is 878,542 minus 653,895. Also, the result alone is around 200,000. By the way, this is the only 6 to 7 digit subtraction equation with a menu n, subtrahend, and the difference all being 6 digits. And that's it. Make sure to subscribe to Builderman 116 with notifications so that you can never miss an upload.